welcome to GemChem. Now today's video is on IUPAC nomenclature part 8 video, and here we will deal with DL configurational nomenclature. Now before starting, you have to know details of Fischer projection, which I have already dealt with in the stereochemistry part 3 video. If you have not watched it, you should watch it. I will give the link in the description box as well as the I button present above this video. Now there are already 7 videos uploaded in the channel about IUPAC nomenclature. You can watch it. Again, I will give the link in the description box as well as the I button present above this video. And if you are new to GemChem, do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates. Now let us start. Now this DL configurational nomenclature is applicable for the molecules having RCHX group, and this means that there must be a chiral carbon atom present. What is chirality and what is chiral atom is already being discussed in stereochemistry videos. Now, as in Fischer system, as we are dealing with the Fischer projection, the molecule should be written with the longest chain placed vertically, that is in this way, that is from top to bottom, and the molecules is so oriented that number 1 carbon of the main chain or the most oxidized end, remember this term, most oxidized, that is no more oxidation can take place, or if there are two groups, then comparison shows that this will be least oxidized than the previous one, so it will be placed above at the top of the Fischer projection formula. And if X, and this remember always D and L configuration is given on the basis of a particular functional group. So here X is the functional group. If the functional group is present in the right of the Fischer projection, then the molecule is called D, whereas if X is on the left, then the molecule is called L. And X can be OH, NH2 halide, and sometimes alkyl group also. Basically they must be heteroatom, but sometimes we can do it with reference of CH3 or any kind of alkyl group. Now it is a relative projection nomenclature given by Rozanov. So this nomenclature is being given by Rozanov. But where from this idea of DL configurational nomenclature came? It came from the concept of D and L glyceraldehyde. Previously the concept was the most of the sugar may in principle be genetically related to either to D or to L glyceraldehyde, and their configurations were accordingly D or L. So let us see the glyceraldehyde. Now see if we observe this one, D glyceraldehyde. So here the OH group is present at the right hand side, so it is D, whereas in this L glyceraldehyde this OH is present in the left hand side, so it is L configuration. And remember, COOH is most oxidized with respect to CH2OH, because CH2OH can be oxidized to CHO then COOH. So the most oxidized group is COOH. So it is placed above. Always most oxidized group should be present above in the Fischer projection. Now see T-alanine and L-alanine. So this is a amino acid. Now in case of amino acid, the naming is given with respect to NH2 group. So since it is present in the right hand side, so it is D, and this being in the left hand side, it is L. This is important to note for everything dealing with the amino acids. All naturally occurring amino acids which we see are actually L in nature. And there is one exception. When we will deal with amino acids, we will deal with it also. Now if we see for this one, suppose it is told to write it in Fischer projection and then show the nomenclature whether it will be D or L. So we can draw it in two ways, and remember pH is least oxidizable whereas CH3 is most oxidizable. So it is present here in the top portion. Okay, now see this CH3 and pH is present, whereas Cl can be placed in two different ways, and these are enantiomers and can be placed side by side as a mirror image, right? So since here Cl is present in the right hand side, so this will get D, whereas in this case since Cl is present in the left hand side, so it will get L. Similarly, if we look at this one, we can see that here the reference is to be CH3. So here since CH3 is present in right hand side, so it is D. For the next case, OH is present in the right hand side, so it will be also D. Now if we see this one, we can see that this is OH and OH is present in left hand side, so we can write it as L. Now in the next example, our reference is a ester group. So here since it is present in right hand side, so it is D. Okay, so we can write it as D. Next, it is OH our reference, so we can write it as D. If we come to this one, that is, this is known as mandelic acid. This particular compound is known as mandelic acid, and here the OH is present at this side, that is right hand side, so we can write it as D. Similarly for the next one is lactic acid. This is lactic acid and the OH is present in the left hand side, so it is L. Next, if we come for this one, it is tropic acid, right? So this has reference with the CH3 group, so we can write it as D. Next, if we come for this one, this is known as atrolactic acid. Now, if we focus on this one, then we can see that we will name it with respect to CH3 present here. So since it is in the right hand side, so we will name it as D, right? Now we go to the next one. So here also CH3, it will be D. Now always remember, you should understand that this is more or most oxidizable in this case with respect to pH and CH3. So it is taken above. So this method of arrangement is very important. If molecules are not present in this method, then you have to arrange it by exchanging the positions of the substituents, which is already being discussed in the stereochemistry part 3 video. So for details, you have to watch it first and then come into this video. Now say this one. For the next one, we refer to the chlorine, not the CH3, because chlorine has more preference over CH3, right? So this one will be L. And the next one, if we see CH3 and C2H5, then always remember that CH3 has less preference over C2H5. So in this case, this will be for this one. So we write it as, to be very careful, we will write it as D. Now if we come for this one, that is mandelic acid. Now in this mandelic acid, we have to be careful about different things. That is, if we consider here, see this one, in mandelic acid, the COOH group is not present in the topmost position, though it is the most oxidized substance. So we have to change the substituents for better options. So we take it here, that is, we change the substituents in the group of 3 and do it. So ultimately the structure which is being obtained is, we take the benzene ring as PH, COOH, and this one is, since this is coming here hydrogen, so it is hydrogen, and here OH. Now if we consider the OH portion, so it is present in the right hand side, so it will have a D configuration. Now for this one, if you look at it, then we can see that this one is not at all in the proper position, that is pH is up and COH is down. So we require to do something to take the COH up. So what we can do is, we can exchange in the method of exchanging two pairs together. That is, pH can be replaced by COH and COH replaced by pH, or if we can do another pair which is HOH exchange. So this makes us like this, that is, here comes COOH and here comes H, here comes OH and here comes pH, and we get an equivalent fixture projection. Now this one can also be done if we do a in-plane rotation by 180 degree. In-plane rotation can also bring about this change. So in that case, this pH comes down here and the OH goes this side and H comes this side. So same thing for these cases. Now let us see what will be the nomenclature. So in this case, since it is present this side, so we can write it as to be L. Now if we go for the next one, same thing. Now in this case, we can change with respect to group of 3. So if we take this one here, take this one there and take COH here, then what happens? Our ultimate configuration comes to be as pH CH3 and here hydrogen comes and here COH comes. So from here we can understand that we have obtained the required part. So CH3 is present in left hand side, so we can assign it as L, right? Now for the next one, if we consider this one, we can see that there is 2 stereogenic center, or more specifically 2 chiral centers. So we will name it with respect to highest numbered stereo center. But also, just like seen in anti, when number of double bonds are more than 1, then also we had assigned with respect to the number of carbon atoms present. So here also we will do 2 types of things. So first we will consider the highest number of stereo center. So consider here, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and the last one is 4. And highest number of stereo centered is 3 ones. So here if we consider, the OH is present in the right hand side. So this is actually D. But if we write it more specifically, then it is 2L, 3D. Okay. Now in the for second one, if we number it, then we can see it will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Now for second center, it is 2D and 3D. But when told to write direct one, only one naming, then you have to write it as D. Okay, the whole name is written with respect to D because the whole sugar is considered with the respect of highest number stereo center, but when we need to specify each stereo centers, then we use the numbers of the carbon present there. Now if we consider for this one, here actually it can be represented as only for this stereo center as it to be D. But if we write it quite explicitly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then we can write 2D, 3L, 4D and 5D. So this is how we can name it. Next one, this is also a center, but remember here we can see that here is OH, but at the last center there is an NH2 with respect to alanine and serine. So we have to always remember this nomenclature will be respect to amino acid, whereas these nomenclatures will be with respect to sugar. So we have obtained a method to neutralize it. So when we are writing nomenclature for amino acid, we write it as LS or DS, whereas for sugar it is LG or DG. It can also be written as LG or DG, and S also in capitals. Now what is S? Let us understand what is S. Now S stands for serine and G stands for glyceraldehyde. Now if we start to name it, which is very important, so the naming will be like this. If we start numbering first, then naming, then we can understand 2LS since it is present in left hand side. Next one is OH. With respect to OH we will do, so 3LG, or it can be capital also. So then 4DG. Next one is 5DG. In some books the convention is like this, that is they are using capital, so 2LS, 3LG, 4DG and 5DG. So this is very important to understand, and that's why at the first we have seen that this is a relative configuration and not absolute one, and this method is now used only for just practice purpose. It is obsolete because now RS nomenclature has come and it is more efficient to denote the chiral centers. Now if we take for tartaric acid, which gives a drawback to the system, that is here we can write it as how? That is 2D and 3L, right, from this. But if we rotate the same thing in the different direction, then this was carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on rotating by 180 degree, then we can see that this COH, that is this one present here, comes down, and this OH goes here and this OH comes here. So the replacement of places, and ultimately the carbon numbering can be done like this 1, 2, 3, 4. And that case we see that the lowest portion becomes different. That is, the carbon present here is having 2 number, but the nomenclature becomes 2L and 3D. So there is a huge controversy with respect to tartaric acid, and this makes the evidence and the foolproof method of this DL much more weaker. So this is not used very often, but only for sugars and amino acids. Now see, this is a checkpoint. Take a screenshot and try to assign DL notations for each of the stereo centers. And if you can see here, we can obtain the Fisher projection from this flying wedge projection. We have seen it, how to obtain it in the video of stereochemistry part 3. So it is easy to obtain, and then we can obtain the D and L configuration. Next, this is also few questions. Take a screenshot and try to solve it on your own self. So hope this was helpful. This much for today. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment.